big, am I trouble or what? I swear they had never hear artists with such colorful touch. And what we doing?
I went from battling on the streets to getting almost a 7-figure deal at 19 because once the Problems thing didn't work, not saying it didn't work, we had a single deal, so we put a single out, got to get the people what they want. It did work, so I take that back. Once we put that out, Tone started trying to do the Wanna Blow Records thing, and Harry O got to try, and Reese got to try, and Jae Millz got to try. You know, yeah, I remember I did No No No. We used to work in the studio downtown, and Red Spider used to be in the back. He's a producer. He was doing a lot of like G-Unit stuff at that time. And I remember I met Scram Jones down there. And Scram gave me a beat CD with about 30 beats on the CD. This is when producers used to do like that. They wasn't sending you nothing. They'll give you a beat CD with 30 joints on there. And he gave me a beat CD, and I remember No 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 was number 4. Never forget this. And I remember I wrote to the song, and I was so hyped about it. I told Tone, I told Naj, I told everybody, yo, this joint is great. And I remember when I did it, first thing Tone did was got in contact with Scram, and they handled business and whatever, however they had to figure it out. But that was the first time I did a song, and they was like, oh, this is the one. And I remember Enough played it. I had a job, just to paint y'all a picture. I had a job at this time. I was working on 33rd and Park Avenue in a medical liability office, storing files like that for medical cases. And I remember I wrote the record on my lunch break. I remember I went and got some Chinese food. It was probably like chicken and broccoli with garlic sauce or something like that, lunch special. And I went back to the lunchroom at my job, and I wrote No 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 on a brown paper bag. And I remember I recorded it at the studio because I was going to the studio, going to work and doing all of that. And DJ Enough played the record on Hot 97 in New York City for at least a week straight, Monday through Friday. And I remember every day I was getting off work, you know, you're getting off work and it's like 4:50, 4:57. So I had a little Lacoste shirt tucked in my slacks, and I used to wear the Vasquez boots with the cuff over the boot, like still matching. This is the Harlem in me. I'm matching my Gore-Tex with my work shirt tucked in. Like that. So I get off, and every day it was new Jae Millz, and I'm like, oh. So now people at the job is seeing the record be played on the radio that I just told them I wrote in the lunchroom the other day when I was working. Because I really worked Mel one day I found stuff one day. So by the end of the week, I remember he was like, shout out to Jae Millz. I said, you're about to get that deal. Congratulations. Now I'm at work. Tony Naj ain't tell me about a deal about to happen, right? So by Monday, I promise you, by Monday, we was in the office with champagne, and I was feeling, you know, got the contract, you got to look over everything. And I went back to work because I remember the last deal I got 5,000. I went down to Madison Square Garden, but they used to sell the jerseys. It was like a place in Madison Square Garden. I can't remember the name. They used to sell authentic football jerseys. And I went down there and bought some jerseys, bought some jewelry, got me and my brother some sneakers. And I was kind of up after that, but I had a deal. I didn't care about the money. I was more concerned with, I was on a roster for a real record label. And now that I got No No No, this is like, oh, this is Jae Millz. This ain't Jae Millz battling on Lenox Avenue. This isn't Jae Millz that works on 33rd and Park Avenue no more. I got over $100,000 in advance. I got more money than everybody that's working in this. But it wasn't real to me until I got the check. So I got up and I kept going to work. And I remember one day Tone came to see me. He was like, all right, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, I hate you when I get out of work tomorrow. So pulled up to my mom's crib, and he was like, yo, Jay, let me ask you a question. You still going to that job? And I said, yeah. And he was like, you got to stop going to that job, man. Like, it's over for that job. So I'm like, I'm not about to quit this job, you know? And he was like, trust me, you're going to be all right. But my last deal, I got 5,000. This deal, I might have got over 100,000 after I paid the lawyer and after everybody got, like, this is me. That's a big jump from your first deal in that group to being 19 years old. We went to Miami and was in front of Wet Willie's. They wouldn't let me in. Like, I got $100,000. What are you talking about? Like, he wouldn't let me in. Then we talk about no, and your money and all that. You still 19. And that's when it hit me, like, because I always wanted to go to college, man. I was one of them kids that watched A Different World and thought I was going to Hillman. I thought that was real. And I never went to college, and I always tell people the music industry was my college. Like, that was my freshman years, and going away and traveling. Everybody was playing ball and going away traveling and doing like that. I went away and traveled rapping. The shit I used to do on the block when I was 13, 14, 15, battling. Now you seeing me on TV, you hearing me on the radio. So I kind of spoke that into existence.
Hey, yo, Big, am I trouble or what? I swear they had never hear artists with such colorful touch. And what we doing?